doctors, paramedics, and other medical EMS professionals of Reddit. What was the funniest patient that you ever had and why? We had this one patient frequent the ed. Every time he came into 3 times per month he had a large mag light flashlight stuck up his ass. He would drive himself there with this 8-inch light up his ass. Every time it was taken out, the light was on. Every time he was discharged, he would ask for the flashlight back. I was sick as fuck in the back of an ambulance, hallucinating, and I remember telling the paramedics to gather the dragon balls in case I didn't make it, I guess. In your opinion, what's the most evil thing an average person is capable of doing? Unfortunately, parents subconsciously pass down habits to their kids. I think my parents are awesome. Do I also have a slightly passive-aggressive attitude because of my mom? Yep. A little bit of a know-it-all because of my dad. MMHMMM. There's a lady in my city who had 6 dead babies in a storage locker, if that counts. I bet she was an average citizen at one point. I'm not joking, here. 4,939,456. Sorry for AmpLink. I'm techno-illiterate. Edit. I never really followed the story. She only received 8.5 years prison time. WTF. People in their 30s and older, what advice do you have for those in their early 20s? Brush your teeth and save your money. No one knows what the fuck they're doing. People are still deciding what to do for their dream jobs. Most people just end up fine-tuning in the field that they fell into. Rarely does anyone use their degree explicitly for the intended purpose. Just go with life, baby. Go for experiences and relationships over possessions every time in life. Nobody on their deathbed wished they had a bigger house, more money, or had worked longer hours. Stop worrying about what other people are thinking about you. Don't be afraid to try and fail. Learn how to do the splits. Oh, you already know how to. Split harder. Serious, what are good hobbies to have as a couple? Hiking, cooking. My GF and I cook together as a team. Equally participate in prep work, cooking, and cleaning. We learn it to work as one unit, and it's real fun to work together, and then enjoy the meal. Also, she posts our food on any social media she can access. Puzzles. My wife and I really enjoy working on puzzles together. Maybe you will too. Play a video game online together. I would suggest one that both of you enjoy rather than one that one of you is settling for. This will help foster critical thinking together and nurture the growth of your communication skills as a team. It is also rewarding as you watch your position in the game progress. What celebrity disappeared out of nowhere? Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle. Nobody knows if he is dead or alive. Shelley Miscavige disappeared without a public trace. That entire cult is crazy. Nelly Furtado. Taylor Lautner. Judge Reinhold. Dude was in pretty much everything once upon a time. Now you never see him in anything. Most of the supporting cast of Bones. Lil Sobieski. She was popular in the 90s and early 2000s. The band Fun will always be Thora Birch for me. Mina Suvari. The girl from the American Pie and American Beauty movies. And Teenage Dirtbag Video. Bobby Gentry. JoJo teen pop singer from the early 2000s. Cotton Eye Joe. What is something that disappeared after the pandemic? Reasonably priced used cars. A couple of locally owned restaurants I enjoyed in my town didn't survive COVID. Rip the one Indian food place within 100 miles. Most stores not doing 24 hours anymore. So many gyms closed. The hours at fast food places change depending if they have staff now. Housekeeping at hotels. My friend group. My outgoingness. I think the lack of interacting face-to-face with people has made me a lot more introverted. 24HR Walmart. McDonald's all-day breakfast and salads. What is something you wish you had, but feel like you will never obtain? The love of my life. Self-worth. A relationship with a man that will never be unfaithful. Teleportation. Imagine how great life would be if you could teleport to or stuff to you. The respect of my family. Marshall full stack. Prolonged happiness. Freedom. Liberty. Sovereignty. Porsche 959. A boat. Invulnerability from any sicknesses, infection plus unbreakable bones. You see, society is chaotic enough. I don't want to live forever, just want to live without worrying about lame stuffs like viruses, accidents, and poisonous stuffs. Happiness. Been wishing for it for over 20 years. Peace. Own a palace. What makes you instantly hate someone? If they tear down other people to make themselves feel better. Me sharing something with you, then you spreading it to others. The worst part is that if you know me, I am an open book. I would rather tell people the truth of whatever subject than have it spread and be wrapped into something incorrectly. When they film themselves giving to homeless for their socials. Impoliteness. If you can't treat people with basic decency, I want nothing to do with you. Standing too close to me when talking to me. Especially after I take a step back and they close the gap immediately. Making fun of someone even when they can see it's making people uncomfortable. What's a video game universe you would not want to live in? Warhammer 40k. Most are bad, but that one is probably the worst. Cancer City from Manhunt. Dante's Inferno. Doom. Dark Souls. Fallout was the first to pop in my head. Scorn, it just came out, but I really can't think of many worse worlds to live in, lol. No one gonna mention Doom. The Silent Hill one. World War Z 1000. Stardew Valley. No serious worries, Penny, and the kids on my side, frequent festivals, and you're never far away from the bar. Brutal Legend. Now that I think of it, I don't think there is a video game universe that I would want to live in. They are usually extremely dangerous. BioShock would scare the bejesus out of me. I get scared just playing a character in that universe. What song became annoying because it was too overplayed? Happy by Pharrell never fails to annoy me. The no thing. The why you gotta be so rude. Song by Magic. Thunder by Imagine Dragons. Happy by Pharrell Williams, I think his name was. Any overplayed song. Applebee's song. But it was from get-go. In high school I grew to hate Outkast's Hey Ya. I've come back around on it. It's a great song. Barbie Girl. Strict Machine Goldfrapp off a great album Black Cherry. Not overplayed per se, but commercialized by a fashion label and a mobile carrier and other companies in their commercials and stuff. That part was annoying, not the song. What's the worst alcoholic drink? No idea what's it called, but my wife's cousin had a liquor he had picked UPN in China. It tasted like fishy lantern oil. The burps afterwards were the worst. Edit definitely by Jew, I believe Mutai brand. Couldn't tell you which bottle. Probably not the one that goes for 10k. The alcoholics used to steal the hand sanitizer in the hospitals in the UK before they made it alcohol-free, that's my guess. I tasted bubble gum flavored vodka once. My immediate reaction was that the hangover this could create may be life-changing. I stayed clear. Anything I try to mix at parties when I'm already drunk. What's your opinion about Poland? It's alright. I took the SEK to Poland. Very friendly people. I wish I could visit Poland sometime soon. Pretty girls, great food, good quality products. Very Catholic. I've heard Warsaw is a particularly cool city from every American I know who has visited. Beyond that, I don't know much about Poland other than Polish cultural things the descendants of Polish immigrants in the US have brought here, like pierogies, Polish sausage, and Polish pickles. There's a whole category of outdated jokes nobody really tells anymore about Poles being dumb for some reason. The winged hussars were pretty badass. What was it like when smoking was allowed in enclosed public places? I worked in a small riverboat casino. On busy days it would be so smoky that you couldn't see the other side of the casino floor through the haze. My uniform always smelled like smoke after work. I had to keep my laundry basket in a closet so it didn't stink up the whole apartment. There was an employee whose doctor took a chest X-ray of him and told him he needed to quit smoking. He was a non-smoker. I grew up in that time. Basically, going out meant you'll be forced to breathe other people's cigarette fumes all night, no matter where you go. And the stink was everywhere. If you were in a restaurant or a hotel, it was in the carpets, the drapes, the walls, everywhere. What would your personal hell look like? Living in a house full of Redditors. Forced to repeat ages 624, knowing what's going to happen next but unable to change it. I've already lived through my own hell, abuse, etc. If there is a hell after I die, I'm prepared for it. A place filled with smarmy Christians, so I guess my personal hell would look like heaven. Church sermon stuck on a wooden pew. Nice try, Rocco's basilisk sympathizer. When you make grilled cheese, do you use butter or mayonnaise? I tried mayo recently because of all the hype. I didn't like it at all. You just can't beat the flavor of that buttery toasted bread. Garlic butter. Vaseline. I tried the mayo trick and hated it. Tastes like burnt eggs. Butter all the way. Also, I can get the bread golden with butter already. I don't need mayo to do that. When taking a shit, do you use toilet paper or a chainsaw? Butter, because I'm sane. Butter. Butter gang. Grilled cheese is butter, bread, and cheese of choice. Nowhere in that list is there any room for goddamned mayonnaise. I grill on a pan, so mayo it is kidding, man. I'm a butter supremacist. Dare I say margarine? Who would win in a fight? A grizzly bear or a silverback gorilla? Assuming a straight-up face-to-face fight, then my vote goes to the grizzly bear. Silverback for 100 pounds, grizzly 600 pounds and fists with daggers attached. I'll put my money on the grizzly. Grizzly bear. It at least has the weaponry to kill. Killing things is a grizzly bear's full-time job. The bear. It would easily crush the silverback's skull. Pretty sure the silverback takes this one. Grizzly 100. What's the terrain? Thumbs really help. Gorilla. That grizzly is tearing the gorilla up. The gorilla has the agility, which gives a great advantage. But after seeing the size of a bear claw in real life, I simply must bet on the grizzly to win. Why aren't you out wearing leather and fighting crime? Too busy committing all these crimes. My parents weren't shot dead. Ran out of talcum powder. Too horny. Cause I don't want to be called cowman. I'm not some military-trained vigilante. I don't have superpowers or fancy gadgets. Judas Priest took all the leather clothes in the world. Oh shit, that was today? Fear of death. Haven't had second breakfast. It's fucking hot outside. I don't want to end up like Ross in those leather pants. Don't want to. Cause I'm already out naked committing crimes. What am I supposed to do? Tickle you to death. Contrary to my physical stature, I will run away from any physical fight. Who says I'm not? Washing day, don't have spare leathers. The leather doesn't fit.